Voicing with Queen. Hey, Mark, you miss me?
A little bit.
See, that's the bull. That's why I ain't been here. I'm just playing.
Oh,
And I would like to introduce my new co-host, Miss Keish, is in the building.
What up, though, y'all?
They don't know.
What they do? They better know.
Hey, they know now, don't they?
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. So, Mark, what you been up to?
nothing grinding, man. Just same old, same old. Just we got some stuff to unleash in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, we'll talk about that when we're ready to let the cat all the way out the bag.
Yeah, I really, really like the sound of that. That was good news that I heard at the end of season 1. So I'm very, very excited about the direction we're going right now. And everything. So we're inside of Black History Month.
Oh
Yes.
boy!
The shortest month of the year, though. That's what they gave
And it
us.
seemed like, I don't know, maybe it's me, but it seemed like for the last couple of years during Black History Month, it was always some negative things going on revolving around Black history. They seem to always pop up around this time of the year,
That's true.
just strategically, coincidentally. So yeah, it's like wow.
Is it really a coincidence?
Right, that's
Right.
that's my thing.
That's a conspiracy.
And I've seen one of your podcast sisters that have a show on here. One of the co-hosts of another show is actually a teacher at a school in the suburbs, and she told us about how there was an email sent out amongst the students where basically they were gonna now mind you, this is a predominantly white school, and now they're gonna celebrate Spirit Month during Black History Month.
Excuse me?
Okay.
That's some bullshit.
So now we're gonna
It's
have.
definitely some bullshit.
We have a week where they're going to dress up as their favorite black celebrity. Now you know how crazy and tragic that can go.
Terrible.
There's one week where they are told to put on their Sunday's best.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that. You can do Spirit Week any time of the year. We only
predominantly
have
white school.
we only have 1 month, and we got the shortest damn month in the whole year
Does that
to
not sound like
celebrate
that they're
our
basically
heritage.
giving these suburban kids the green light or a license to just run rampant and make a mockery of black people during that month in the school, right? Because there'll be no repercussions for all of the jokes that are made, right? That's
Right.
basically
That's
making
true.
it's basically making it like a Black History Halloween
Right.
event, right? Making it
Right.
a Halloween, like everybody, like Black History is a costume that you just put on.
Absolutely, and that's not what it should be about. It should be about educating everybody about our heritage, about our history, where we come from. And see, that's why for my blog, I did free advertisement for all the businesses, events, or whatever for free. And I also, for Black History Month, for this edition, each day of the month, I am presenting somebody that some people know, some people may not know. Today it was Gary Morgan. Don't nobody really know about him. He the one who invented the three stoplights or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He did the gas mask. So people like that, they lost in our history. And
Right.
it's crazy they trying to take our history out of the schools, and I find that to be a big problem. So with my platform, I try to do anything and everything I can to keep it going, because it's like our history is dying.
Yes.
Most
definitely. And I feel like, they might as well tell the kids to do blackface. They talk about some people
Listen,
dress up.
I was just about
Absolutely.
to say, so
Like,
what's
what
going to
the
happen
hell?
when one of those kids
Absolutely.
dress up as Lil Wayne? How's
Right.
that going to look?
That's
When
true.
you giving them the permission to dress up as
They-
your favorite black celebrity for the week?
They making a mockery out of our history.
That's all that
once
they're doing.
again.
Right.
Once again. And it's like every single thing that we do as black people is being made a mockery out of it. It's a joke. It's a problem. But let another nationality do the same thing we're doing, they glorify for it.
Right.
The fuck out of here. you know.
Where did school at? You
Yeah.
know where the school at?
I can't. I
No.
will next week. I will have
Okay.
y'all know because I can't recall. But she'll be over here on Sunday, so I'll ask her.
Okay, that's crazy.
I definitely would like to know where that's at because that is crazy. They shouldn't.
And it was
That
like
shouldn't
it's a couple
happen.
of more weeks, like 2 more weeks that they have this. You know, I can't remember the other 2, but that just the tone of the first 2 weeks let you know. You know what I mean? What kind of nonsense they on? What kind of energy they on? Right?
Well, they already changing the textbooks down in Texas and everything where they taking out our history out the books anyways. You know what I'm saying? So when enough going to be enough though? When and what can we do as a community to keep our history going? Because it's being lost in the sauce for real.
Yeah.
So how can we hold on to it and continue on teaching our children about it?
I mean,
And then imagine how the 1 or 2 black students may feel in this
course.
saying high school, right?
right.
And I think that's the biggest problem of when we move into white suburbia areas with our black children and they have to deal with so many different types of racism that you want to know why they mad all the time when they come in, why they don't want to go to school, because we don't know what they really facing when it come down to the popularity of 98% of the people that's there. It's not their skin tone. They don't understand where they coming from, not for real.
It's crazy
Right.
because just last night I was just contacted by somebody on Facebook who this lady used to live in Detroit, but now she lives in Omaha, Nebraska. Right, and now her daughter's being harassed by the students by way of sending emails. First off, they sent, first time it happened, it was an email that seemed peculiar to the mother and the student because it was a fake email that was basically talking like there was somebody that was soliciting her from another high school for the volleyball team. Right. So then when they did research, they found out that it actually came from a student, but it was sent from the student goes to the school. The parent of the student is a staff member of the school, and the email was sent from the parent's staff computer.
So the student got into the parent stuff.
Yeah,
That's
and supposedly, but I don't know if it was the student or not because the intricate vocabulary of this letter that was supposedly a volleyball coach contacting a young girl, that wasn't the vocabulary that the 13-year-old would use. So it almost seemed like the parents was in on it, right?
Right.
So then when the lady goes up there to confront the school about it, they do nothing. Right, and to the point where now she's banned from the school because she went up there trying to, basically, tell them about themselves up there. So now the daughter is being still being harassed. Right now,
Wow.
the kids have now recruited other students through a Google chat, some kind of situation, whatever, and now are recruiting other students to harass her daughter now
And that's
Damn.
crazy. That's crazy as hell.
because they're saying that you shouldn't have told. You know what I'm saying? They telling her, making the girl feel bad for telling that, telling about the initial letter. And now, when it got back to the parents, the kids, I guess, maybe got in trouble. She said that they got suspended for 3 days. But it just shows you that still, like, the racism is still going on strong to
Still
this
Oh,
day.
yeah,
alive.
it's still alive,
For sure.
and it's fully alive now. And it used to be to a point where
I don't
it
know
used
if
to
it's
be
turned down
hitting.
any. I don't know if it's turned
Never.
down or,
We
I
just
don't know
seen
if
it more like we got.
Yeah, it used to
Our
be
phone,
hitting.
social
you know,
media,
Yeah,
it's
like,
just
exactly
out
that
there.
part. That
Yeah.
so
It's everywhere.
It was probably worse back then because there was a lot more that was going on that we didn't see.
Absolutely.
Like, 'cause imagine how much stuff that goes on right now that we don't see still to this
That's
day, right?
true.
And now, when you contrast that versus back in the day when we didn't have the technology that we have, we were blind to a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah,
We
but
lucky
we
we got to
still
see
was,
Rodney King.
But yeah, we still was pointing to a lot of things within our community. But now it just really got out of hand because even with the police, they have cameras on them at all times,
They don't
And they
give a
still
damn.
don't care.
and they still don't
Give a
care.
damn. They still doing
And
whatever
then
they want.
the Memphis situation, right? They did this right under the street light where there was a big ass camera with a blue light on it that said MPD. It was a Memphis
They
Police
not give a
Department
damn.
They didn't
camera.
They
care.
own camera.
They
Anybody
own cameras.
cameras.
They don't
They
give a damn.
own cameras.
But with that, it's disheartening because we have been fighting against other police officers doing wrong to our black people, killing our people just because they have on a fucking badge and because they feel like they have that type of authority to take somebody's life at a drop of a dime. And then now we have 5 black police officers that did the same thing.
Right.
My problem with this is, yeah, hold them to the cross. Make them accountable for their actions. Do that. But what about them white officers that have not been charged yet in the other deaths of our black people?
See, they forgot what they was. These 5 black officers. So what my thing with police is that they all fucked up. You know, a lot of them are. And when it comes to race, like black and white, they all blue.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
They back the blue. So it's like a game with
them. Like white supremacy comes in the form, as we see, it doesn't come in the form of a white face all the time.
No, it
right?
doesn't.
If you're behind that blue wall,
yeah,
you know, it's just as good as I guess they would want to say as having a white face, right? But they use these black cops as pawns.
Yes.
They specifically put this scorpion unit together, just like they do in other cities, right? To police the black neighborhoods, right? So go in there go in there and reduce the crime and do pretty much whatever you got to do it. But then when you get to a point where you hurt or kill somebody, they throw these cops straight up under the bus quicker than they would the white cops, right?
And that's where I got a problem at, because even the prosecutor that's over it, like, yeah, we're gonna make sure they held accountable and this, that, and another. Y'all didn't move this fast on the white officers that did the same damn crime, and a lot of them is still walking around with their jobs and still living their life.
How about this? Not only did they not come down this hard and this fast on the white officers that committed the same crime, the white officers that are involved in this case, we haven't even seen their faces yet.
No, we have not.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, they was there.
One of them was the initial officer that tased him. That was called the cause for him to run.
Yeah.
Right. They tased him and they maced him. For a traffic stop, they ran up on the car with the guns out, grabbed him, ripped him out of the car, and started roughing him up immediately for a traffic stop, right? So now he's, he's not resisting. He's trying to protect himself at this point. So now you tase me and you mace me. And if you tase somebody right there in reaction, it's not just going to sit there.
Right.
They run away like shit.
Right. Absolutely.
So he runs, and then they call for backup, and now these dudes, all they hear is, we got a runner.
Yeah.
So they go, and they go, and man, right? Maybe 4 houses down from his house.
That's insane.
It is. It makes no sense. Like, make it make sense. And I think every single one of them should be held accountable.
Yeah, they should be. It's 5 of them. It looked like he weighed 150 pounds.
Probably less than that.
Yeah,
so they called it. They initially said that they put him over for
reckless driving, right?
But I thought they said it was because
I thought it was a tail light or some shit.
No, it was driving under the influence, I believe. They said they thought he was drunk driving. So when they initially talked to his mother before he went to the hospital, and they said, well, he don't drink. Like, what do you mean? He was, So then they recanted the story and started switching up, like, So, yeah, man, they didn't even really have a reason to pull him over. The police chief said that she reviewed the tape of them previously to him being pulled over, and she's seen no evidence of reckless driving.
And then on top of that, another story had came out saying that one of the officers, he was dating one of the officers, I guess, ex-wife or wife, and they were split up or something. Something like that.
They both worked at FedEx, so I believe that narrative was put out there by the cop who initiated the whole fighting situation, because he wants to get less time, because that now makes it a crime of passion, and you get a less time. You don't get, you know what I mean?
Right.
So now,
but you shouldn't get less time for bluntly outright murdering somebody.
Yeah, but see,
period.
But
I don't care crime or passion. That was premeditated.
I'm just letting you know, like, that's the reason why they pushed that narrative. And now the stepdad comes out and said that it's not true. But my thing is this though, like, I think that the stepdad is just trying to debunk the narrative because he knows that they're trying to get less time. Because what grown ass man tells his stepdad who he dating?
Right, I'm smashing my coworker.
I think that
right.
Yeah, I think the stepdad.
But that's what happened in the other situation with the other cops that got caught up in the sex scandal.
Now, mind you,
Becky with Becky,
girl,
like
talking too much.
Oh, man.
Talking too much.
So mind you, it does sound like a plausible scenario that our people would probably do to somebody like that. It's over a girl, right? That's typical.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that was put out there by the cops because they're attempting to get a lesser sentence because that makes it a crime of passion.
Well,
as opposed to just a
It
straight
definitely
up.
looked personal. The way they snatched him out the
Yeah,
car, like,
it was
this
very
ain't
personal.
protocol.
There was two of them.
It was personal.
Two of them
Yeah.
holding.
You could tell it was
One holding
personal.
both arms, and this dude is in full MMA stance, swinging at this dude's face.
Yeah.
You know him. It was personal. You can tell it was personal. And I don't care regardless of crime of passion, just crime. They should be held to the cross. Period. You flat out killed this man. You should be held to the cross, along with the other
agree.
police officers that's running around free. All of them should be held to the cross.
I think you should get the
Simple.
least lethal injection because I feel like that was premeditated. Like
It was.
that was planned. Like it was.
It was. He was
strategic.
targeted.
Yeah,
He was
and it's
targeted,
even worse.
right.
It's
He was
even
targeted.
It
worse.
was murder.
It's even worse because they black me. I'm like, y'all own people.
Because if they weren't in the uniforms, there's a possibility they could have been pulled over and done the same way. It's like, don't y'all realize that? Don't y'all realize that? Like y'all are still niggas.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And they keep forgetting that.
They forgot that.
They
night.
keep forgetting. Well, I think they remembering now.
Yeah, they definitely.
They remembering now, and it's crazy because, like I said, it's Black History Month, and we have to deal still with all the racism and the bullshit that our ancestors dealt with back in the day. You would think with all the protests and everything. Not saying that things ain't getting a little better, but it's not getting better fast enough for me, should I say?
No, not fast enough. I mean, we getting set back by different things as well, and don't fuck around and find out with me. You know, don't fuck around and find out. We are not our ancestors. I mean, we are them, but we ain't. Well, I ain't
That's
playing.
true.
You come from mine. You already know what I want. I want blood.
Absolutely.
I die for mine. My nephews, whoever. You know,
Absolutely.
my niece, whatever.
Because at the end of the
Fuck around
day,
and find out.
just in a uniform. You just in a uniform. You bleed and breathe the same way of anybody else. A uniform is just clothing. At the end of the
They'll
day,
find out when they slap their asses in gin pop. They'll find out how human they is then. They'll find out exactly how human they are then.
Yes.
and she said it though. She was like, "We're gonna make an example out of them." But what about making an example out of all of them?
Yeah, like,
Don't just
let's make this the standard, right? And we're not saying that we want you to let us off like you let them
Absolutely.
off. We want you to
The same
prosecute
way.
We
them
want all of
just
them.
as quick as they get as you just
We want
prosecuted us.
justice for every single one person that have died by a cop hand. Injustice.
Just like we don't want when we say, well, damn, y'all don't kill the white people like y'all kill us. We're not saying that we want y'all to kill the white people.
Right.
No.
We're saying that we don't want you to kill us like you don't kill
Right.
them.
We want to go to court. We want to get arrested, go to court. We don't want to die.
We want to
Just like
prove
they
our
gonna die.
innocence.
Right.
We should be, proven innocent before guilty, but no, you guilty before proven innocent in this world. And that's where the miscarriages of the injustice lies at. Because it's straight up bullshit. The laws is just there to cover the ones that's doing wrong, as far as I'm concerned.
And
It's not there to protect us.
Yeah, the laws
not the ones to do right.
Protect the criminals.
Yeah.
Right. And I hate when I see like comments, people like, he ran away or whatever. Just because you run don't mean you deserve
guilty.
to die. If I'm unarmed and I'm running away, I'm not a threat no more.
Not only that,
You know,
police
If I'm
are
being-
trained. They is in the shooting range all the time. They are fucking trained on how to shoot. They can shoot a person in their leg. They can shoot them in the foot. Something like that. You don't have to straight up shoot them with a kill shot.
Yeah, but
You
that's
don't
how
have
they
to do
train.
that.
They train to shoot to kill.
But they
But
shouldn't be. They not really
they
trained
shouldn't.
that way. They take it that way, but they not
Right.
really trained that way. They are trained to diffuse the situation as much as possible. Not to infuse it, but using deadly force off rip.
Right, that's true.
You know, it should be, it's levels to this shit. And they all should be held accountable for using deadly force, especially on somebody who don't have a weapon.
Right,
How is
unarmed.
what is he doing to you? How is he harming you? You done tased him. You done pepper spray him. He can't see.
You can't see. He
So-
already down on the ground. Y'all punching him while he already down.
So what is that doing for you? Make it make sense.
Them niggas needed therapy. Shit.
They
How
probably-
the fuck y'all
they
get on?
probably
Y'all
need
doing
more
psyche
therapy.
valves on the force like after academy
they
or doing like what's
supposed to.
going on here?
They supposed to, after so many incidents or after an incident that a cop might be involved in, they supposed to have a psych eval and have counseling, this and
Yeah,
another. And
from-
I think that a lot of the protocols that's in place is not
Being followed. They not.
absolutely. It can't be.
You know that video that was on the street light or whatever. You know, you can see all of them getting a piece, you know. And I was just looking at like, damn, this is what self-hate look like for real.
It's disheartening. It's disheartening.
Sad.
Nobody out of all of them damn officers stopped to take a moment to try to figure out what the hell they was even chasing them for. What we were chasing from is what we were chasing him for warranted this ass whooping that we giving him.
Why? Because it was already a plan.
And then they was talking shit about how
It
they
was
whooped
already
his
a
ass.
plan.
Yeah,
Exactly.
afterwards. Oh man,
He was
And
a motherfucker, a bitch.
Man, I was dropping
Glorifying it.
bombs on him. He was dropping bombs on me. He wouldn't go down. He was dropping
Glorifying
bombs
it.
on. And it's like, yeah, he wasn't going down because y'all niggas was holding him up. For
Absolutely.
one.
Absolutely.
And then when it went down, y'all kicked his head like he was punting a field goal.
And they want to know why a lot of black people in the community don't respect the police. This is why. We can't trust you. We're supposed to be able to trust
Right.
you to help us, to
Protect and
honor
serve.
and protect and serve us, but you not. You killing us faster than the next person on the street.
Right, faster than diabetes. Shit.
Faster than cancer and shit.
Yep,
Just-
right.
It's
They-
just ridiculous.
Just like we don't have a chance.
Nope, we don't. And it's sad. It's like, what is it really coming to? You know? And I can understand that she want to hold them to the cross. Do that. I want them punished for what they did to this guy.
Absolutely.
But I want all the officers.
All of
Black, white, blue, orange, yellow, green, purple. I want them all that's in the wrong held to the cross too. That's how you gonna let us know that justice is really real out here.
Right.
And right now, I look at it like it's bullshit.
Yeah, the system is not for us. It was designed against us to keep us where we at.
Yep.
Most definitely.
And that's the crazy part.
And we gotta have this talk with our, young boys about encounters, or if they have an encounter with the police, like how you should act. But sometimes we do that, and we still end up in a body bag.
Absolutely. Because there has been plenty of incidents where a person did,
Yeah.
had
Had
their hands up, they surrendered, they talking nice, they doing what they supposed to, and yet the police officer still killed
Yeah.
them. How is that rendered? But yeah, we keep saying we're supposed to teach our young boys not to be afraid, talk to
Right.
them, to speak a certain way, move a certain way. But is that really helping them? Because what they see on the news is the same thing we see. It's the same person,
Right.
they skin tone, around their age, still being murdered by people that's supposed to protect and serve them.
Exactly. And they really seeing it. Like, we didn't really see, we heard about it. We submitted seen something on the news, like
Yeah.
Rodney King
You
or
heard about
something
it
like that.
in music and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But no, it's happening to our friends now.
Right. We seen it,
Absolutely.
yeah, like we seen it in movies and stuff. But these kids is seeing it, like on their tablets, their phone, like that's
Absolutely.
traumatizing.
It really is. It
That's
really is.
traumatizing.
It really is. So how do we help our children really to get past that? Because you can't really cut them off. Everything
You
is
can't.
electronics.
You know what? But by this, I was talking about this with my friend the other day. Like, with them, like visually seeing these stories on social media and everything that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that this generation is going to be the generation that changed some shit.
Yeah.
Because they angry, they mad about, they seen it more than we did coming up,
Yeah.
And I just think they about to shake some shit up. Y'all better stop fucking with black people. This new generation don't give a fuck, and they mad.
Don't. They mad as
Y'all
hell,
saw
and they
them.
have a right to be.
Yes, y'all saw him when George Floyd got killed. That was young people out there, and it was all types of different people out there, black, white, Chinese. So people just fed up and mad.
I think
And
it really started with
Yeah.
Trayvon, though.
Trayvon.
When Trayvon got
Yeah,
killed, I
yeah.
think it really started with him because
Yeah.
that's when all the young people start wearing hoodies.
Oh yeah.
That's when
they
all the
did.
hoodie trend came
Yeah.
in, and now you can't get the essence out of hoodie to
No,
say,
they don't even wear the coats no more. They like, this is my coat. I'm like,
ain't you cold?
right. My nephew do not wear a coat at all. It's a
No.
It's a Nike hoodie every day.
Yep. And all of them
Yeah.
too, behind that, they start wearing their natural hair
Yeah.
and everything. They start getting back
They
to
are.
their actual roots of everything. Like, we're not finna do that. And now,
People
They
are
are.
becoming more and more awakened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
These kids definitely more woke.
oh, these kids definitely woke.
Yeah, my nephew
They not
told
playing.
me. He told me he 14. He like, don't buy me no Jordans. I'm like, why? He like, because he invests in the prison system that's gonna keep us down. So don't buy me no Jordans.
That's
14.
what's up.
No,
That's
he's
what's up.
actually 12 then. He don't listen to nothing but Wu-Tang, Tribe Called Quest, like old school
school.
hip hop.
Hip hop, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he got like an old soul.
That's
He's only
what's up.
14. So that's why I'm saying, like, this generation, they more woke. They got access to more technology than we had.
They do.
can find out, like,
More information.
yeah, the civil rights, well, the
Civil
inventor,
rights mentor
the inventor he was
movement.
talking about. They can just
Yes.
Google him and find out who he is. We didn't know who he was.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so yeah, they really about to they gonna shake some shit up.
They are definitely shaking some shit up, and they've been doing it for the last couple of
Yes.
years. It's been more of that generation out here protesting and going against what's right and what's wrong more so than any
Yeah.
other generation that I have seen in a very, very long time. Like, they are the rebrand of the 1960s and 70s era of marching and
Yeah.
everything like that. And you're right, they are our future, and they are shaking some
Yeah.
shit up for
And a lot
real.
of
They
them gonna
not
be-
having it no more.
A lot of them gonna be entrepreneurs, inventors. I
Yeah.
believe so.
But it's already
So,
done started.
Yeah.
It's already done started.
Oh,
like,
they
it's,
making money.
ooh, these young
They
kids.
making money with social media. I'm like, teach me. they out here. They on their grind. So salute.
For real,
Salute to
to
them.
all the young ones, they is really out here doing the damn thing, and I'm proud of them for the
Oh,
ones
yeah.
that's actually doing the right thing, and they are definitely woke, and they speaking up, and they have no fear.
They don't.
They have no fear. They coming forward, but I feel like your nephew, hell, and my thing is the reason why I don't buy Jordans is because Jordan said he don't even wear his own damn shoe.
Shit, you don't have to say it. Look at his feet every
But
time
he
you see
said
him.
it.
Yeah,
He said it.
Yeah, he did.
He like,
did.
I don't wear my own damn shoe, and it's the same shoe. If you look at it every time it come out, it's the same shoe.
All the shoes that's coming out, I had in middle school and elementary.
They keep bringing out the same shoe,
Same shoes.
more money,
Mhm.
same shoe.
Same shoe.
Did
Because
not
like
change.
it's like every 5 to 7 years, right? You got a whole nother generation of kids who are buying shoes, and that's a whole new shoe to them.
But that's old as hell. It's
But
only
then,
recycled.
and then you got the gym shoe heads that are going to buy the shoe every time it comes out because
Every
they
time.
collect them, and they they're
So
gonna
you
buy
gonna-
3 of them because they're gonna wear one and put 2 in the closet. You know
So
what I
you
mean?
gonna keep collecting the same damn shoe?
That's what they do. I guess.
Yes.
I've never owned not one pair of Jordans in my life.
Me either. I'm a Nike fan. I'm a straight up Nike
Well,
fan.
Jordans is Nikes, but
Yeah, I know, but it's a difference to me. It's a big difference to me. First of all, I could go get me some Nikes for like $40, $50. They nice. Jordans straight up start off at what, 160, 180, something like that. I'm not doing that shit. And they ugly.
Yeah, I see some for over like.
yeah,
two-
I probably
250.
seen like 2 pairs
250?
of Jordans that
You know what I'm saying?
that I
Like-
might like, but they all got the same basic shape to me. They like triangles. They like big. I don't know, like
Space shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are heavy.
remember them triangle footballs that people
I
used to
ain't
play?
never
Paper
I ain't never
footballs?
had a pair, so I don't know how they feel. I just
Me
to
neither.
me, they ugly to be so expensive. And every time they come out, it's the same damn shoe, the same colors. Ain't nothing changed. The design ain't changed. It's the same exact shoe. Ain't nothing different.
Shit. I wish I was him. I bring out the same thing over and over and over again. Make even more money year after year.
And that's exactly what he doing. But even he don't wear his own damn shoe. They not comfortable, from what he said. So if he have a lot of negative shit to say about his own shoe, what makes me think it's good for me? And
he's still buying it.
That's because people not listening to what these developers is saying about their own product. Because if you really listen, you wouldn't be patronizing them. The ones especially that say they don't want black folks wearing their stuff.
Exactly.
You don't want me wearing your stuff. I'm not finna
I'm not about to support you. Let me take my black ass dollars somewhere else.
That part.
Okay.
I'm going where my black folks are, and I'm about their products that's trying to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's so crazy. But we need to really do more when it comes down to preserving our black history, because it's definitely getting lost in the sauce. Like, they in Texas, I don't know if they already did it, but I know they was talking about removing our black history out their books.
Yeah, and going back to that, you were saying, what can we do to keep our kids like educated about black history? So I would just say this, like, we are divided in our households. So we need to start bringing that tradition back where you set your ass at the dinner table at grandmama's house.
That's true.
Instead of talking about TikTok all day and the rest of the bullshit that these kids be looking at, hey, let's pull up this computer. Let's Google some stuff that you don't know.
Right.
And that's how we have to do it. The school, they only put so much black history in them damn books anyway.
That's true.
The main characters of the civil rights movement, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Not too much Malcolm though.
Not too
much Malcolm.
They ain't talking about Malcolm
he ain't
like
got no
that.
holiday, okay?
They ain't talking about Malcolm like that because Malcolm was too real for them.
Right. Malcolm.
And I rode with Malcolm.
He from the streets, okay?
I love Malcolm X.
Yes, me too.
I love him. Like he was down for it. Or like, look, I could be peaceful, but if you want to bring the heat, we can bring the heat. Look, listen, they ain't
pop in the trunk.
They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours, okay?
Right. We ain't carrying. We carrying more than these bean pies, okay?
That's for sure. That's for sure.
That's some shit that light your ass up for real. You wasn't playing.
No.
But we have to do that. We have to hold ourselves accountable to be more responsible as, I ain't that old, but elders.
Yeah.
And start talking to these kids about some real shit.
That's true.
Because, we got the opportunity to do this because we have access to so many things, and they do too. And, we have to sit at the dinner tables again and really talk about some real shit.
Absolutely. It's crazy because I don't have a filter. I don't really know how to have one.
That's okay. Don't my dad never sugarcoated shit with me.
And so I have Car Chronicles. So that's when I have to drop my niece and nephews and my daughter off, or if I had to pick them up, we have Car Chronicles. And it be so funny because it just so raw. Any and everything. It's nothing off limits. You want to talk about sex? Let's talk about it. You want to talk about drugs? Let's talk about it. Because I'd rather you talk to me about it than they get the wrong information from these fools out here in the streets.
Right.
And then you end up doing something that might harm you or kill you.
Right. So you the auntie to say, hey, I want you to smoke this blunt with me, okay? Not nobody else. Your shit might be laced.
That part.
Amen.
That part. Because you just don't know. And see, back in the day, we had crack back in the day, but they didn't put it off on you if you wasn't about that life. You know what I'm saying? But now these kids these days, they got fentanyl, and they putting it in everything, and it only takes a little bit, and that's something that they don't understand. Like, it don't have to be much. They don't have to put much in there.
Right.
So pay attention to who you're around, who you smoking with, who you get it from. Because you got some people that put it on there just to make their prices go higher.
Yeah. Say no to drugs. Remember we had the DARE program?
Yes.
They had a commercial. This is your brain on drugs. egg. I'm like, that's a big ass egg right there. That don't look like drugs to me. I've been and ate that motherfucker. Piece on that in a way, what's going on? These kids ain't gonna know how to write cursive.
Well,
They took that out of school. It's not required.
no, it's not. A lot of stuff not required no more that they need
Yeah.
to really bring back. Like, they don't teach our kids about health. They don't teach them the right stuff about sex. Everything our kids learn is off the internet, and some of the shit is wrong.
Absolutely.
You know, we used to have that where they taught us that. We had home ec.
Yeah.
They taught us how to sew. Male and females knew how to sew. They taught male and females how to cook. They taught male and females how to take care of a baby. We don't have that no more. Got a lot of high schools in Detroit anymore.
Well, mine's still open. 3200 Lafayette. I don't
What
know
school is
what school
that?
y'all went to, King.
Oh,
Well, they tore mines down and made an elementary school.
Where
so
you go?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
Dad.
Osborne still up, so I'm.
Dad.
Yeah, Osborne is down there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I first started at Henry Ford, though. I got kicked out of
Is
there.
Ford still open?
Yeah, Henry Ford.
Okay.
Still, they had a couple of shootings up there not too long ago.
Damn.
She said a couple of shoes.
They had a couple months ago. Damn, that's a lot.
They started at, I don't know what it is, but these kids, it really started, like, when they first started back to school, they was on some BS. But it was a couple of fights up there, and it was parents involved, and the
I
kids
think I heard about that.
fights, and it was ridiculous. I'm like, okay, I can understand. You want to protect your kids, and this, that, and another. But right is right, wrong is wrong, and these adults need to allow these kids to be kids.
Right, don't get involved. I had fist fights, shit.
But these adults is giving the kids
And I went
weapons.
home. Oh, they gave them weapons?
They giving them weapons. Where you think the kids getting the guns and stuff from? You think they went and bought the guns? How they getting it?
I mean, it's a lot of ways they can get them.
But
the
But
parents,
if the parents is there, I reckon that it will come from them.
I mean, you can buy a gun on the street.
But I'm
You know
just
what I'm
saying,
saying?
with the parents involved in that, I would look at the parents though.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't be giving your kid no gun.
No, let them fight fist to fist. That's the problem.
Right, I said fist fights. You know, we got really whipping the ass back.
They scared to get an ass
They
whooping.
scared. I know they scared.
They scared to get an ass whooping, but they scared to die and they scared to go to jail, but they not scared to start bullshit. Make it
Right.
make sense.
It
Because
don't make
there's
sense.
consequences behind every action. I mean, that's
Yeah,
how
it is.
I
But they
was
think
taught.
they're more impulsive. Some of these people, young people out here, they don't.
They don't have nothing to do. They don't have no recreation centers for these
Right.
kids no more. They don't have nowhere for they can, release none of that stress. What arcades do they have nearby?
It's not nearby. You got to drive out to Dave and Buster's. But not in the city.
It's nothing
It's
in the
nothing
city
in the
for our
city for them
kids
to
to
do.
do. And I think that is one of the main reasons why they do the things that they do.
Yeah.
And that energy, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of them coming from a single parent household.
Yeah, and it does make a difference. I was involved in a lot of different activities and youth programs coming
Yeah.
up, and I got teenage nieces and nephews, and it's just like they be bored, like they don't have nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he do play sports, but what else outside of that? I had a recreation center that I could walk to,
Right.
that was safe enough to walk to.
Mm-hmm.
We had neighbors that looked out for us,
We sure did.
and we, got involved with whatever their child was doing, like camp.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's just like it's not really available. Like, is it a funding problem, or it's not important no more in the community? Like, what's
We don't have that village like we used to in our
Yeah.
community. And I think that was the biggest problem. Like, people is not able to say nothing to other people's kids no more, whether they wrong or right. And, it's always a problem. Don't say nothing to my kid.
Right,
Don't
we
say
wanna
nothing about
fight.
my kid. And
you want to fight?
yeah, especially when they
yeah.
said, oh, yeah, your parents can't whoop you no more. Just call 911. Okay. But now 911
Go
is
ahead and
killing
call
our
'em.
kids.
Go ahead
though.
and call 911 because when they get here, you really gonna need them motherfuckers because you gonna go in the ambulance.
The crazy part about it is the kids
That
calling
part.
I'm gonna go to
911.
jail. Come on.
But
Kids
now the
calling
police
911.
officers is killing our kids though. They
The
ain't
kids
helping
calling
them.
911 thinking the police gonna take the parents when they're the ones that's gonna get taken. CPS gonna take them out of the house. And then
Yeah.
now how you gonna figure that out?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you ain't coming back here.
You gonna miss your mama 30 minutes into that foster home. You gonna
Yeah.
You miss that flat screen TV and that
Right.
PS5
These
and that
people,
PlayStation.
shoot, I don't know how they gonna
Xbox.
treat you because they getting a check. You know,
And that's all it's about.
they don't love you like
No,
you know.
they don't. They don't care
They not
about
gonna
you.
love you like
They
that.
don't care about your well-being. None of that. They don't care about your hair getting done. They don't care about your cell phone. None of that shit. You wearing one outfit and you get one phone call, maybe two. Juvenile is not that different from regular jail. I shouldn't know that, but
Damn.
hey, it's truth. You live and you learn. I can only speak about my experiences.
Well, you're right.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? The right and wrong of it. So, hey, it is what it is. I learned. I was young. You supposed
No
to make.
judgment here.
You're supposed to make mistakes when you're young. It's just when you get a certain age and older, I think that shit should go out the window. Like,
Right.
certain
And
stuff.
it's
Like,
still people doing the same shit they was doing 10, 15 years ago.
and I don't.
And those are people I can't hang out with.
No, not at all. Like, when
No.
is you gonna grow up? When is you gonna do something different? When is you
Right.
gonna stop? Like, when is you actually gonna grow up into where your age is? Like, and you're right. A lot of people, some people are still stuck in
Yeah.
their high school ways, and almost 40 years old, if not 40. Crazy, you know. But we do need to get our Black history back in for the fact. And honestly, I want more than 28 days.
Yeah. They need to oh yeah, for Black History
I want
Month.
more than 28 days.
Like, can we move it to like the summer? At least to June.
No, they're not gonna give us no barbecue month. You already know
Yeah,
that.
that's what we
They're not
deserve. We
gonna-
need barbecue. We need to be able to
But
barbecue
see, the
every
crazy,
day.
That
crazy
part.
part about it is we have Juneteenth,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And it's just not enough of us to celebrate it or
We had to
or
take
respect
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about it is now that I don't like about it is because now that they made it a federal holiday, now it gives them a chance to monopolize it. Right?
Yeah.
Now we're going to see Juneteenth products in stores that are not owned by us.
No,
You see them. Hey, when
Already
they,
we do.
Yeah, you see it already. Last 2
Absolutely.
years.
absolutely. And they always want to monetize off of us, but it starts back with us though, because if we don't support them, how in the hell is they gonna prosper?
Right.
They need our money.
Oh yeah, we spend the most.
So start spending with them people and start spending with our own people. That's one way of making a change. And we keep saying it, but people not doing it.
People not doing it.
You know what I'm saying? And then they want to say it when they get mad, when it's some injustice or whatever. But once that madness calm down, everybody want to go back to the norm or whatever. No, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. You really want to make a change? Don't just change for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, just this month, just in this moment. No, keep that momentum going. That's how we had Black Wall Street, because our people supported each other.
Right.
So y'all want to get back to that? We can.
Yes, we can.
We could definitely can.
I believe that.
But it's up to us to want to do it, right?
Absolutely. Preach.
Hey, y'all don't want me to get to preaching because I got a lot of stuff to say because it's crazy. It's crazy. And I know, I know my history and I know what our ancestors went through. And it's imperative to keep it going. And knowing your history is knowing where you're going as well.
Yeah, it's knowing who you are.
Absolutely. So you ain't about to deal with this. So yep, every day on Black History Month, I am broadcasting somebody new on the blog every single day. So it's gonna be somebody new tomorrow.
Okay.
It's one for each day of the month. We need more than that. But I need to find out about that high school you was talking about, Mark, with that Spirit Week, because I have a problem with that. Like,
Yes.
Spirit
Well,
Week
see, here's
used
the
to
thing. Here's
be
the thing,
in
right?
October around homecoming time and stuff like that.
How we
that's
were
the red
handling that,
flag.
right? She actually reached out to the administration and wrote them an email about her concerns in regards to the matter, because this is like, what black people did you run this by before you put this out, right?
Right.
You know, you don't know if do you know how offensive this comes off, right? So the thing was, well, when we get the reply from them in the email, depending on how they reply, whether they are receptive to the information, or if they like, well, fuck you, we don't want to do.
Right.
Okay, if they do that, then we push the red button. Right, and we write a blog about it. We put it on blast and do all of that. But we want to see how they're going to respond to it. So that's why we waited until next week, because she did reach out to them and see, how receptive they were to being criticized about their whole program that they put together.
Let me know. Let me know. I would like to really know about that one, because it's ridiculous. Like,
Yes.
certain stuff we need to
Unacceptable.
stop. It's definitely unacceptable, and it needs to be stopped. And only way it could be stopped is we have to let our voices to be known. Like, we don't appreciate this, and the more that we make our voices be known in a positive way, eventually something's gonna have to change. Eventually. Well, that's our time, everyone. I'd like to say bye. Welcome to season 2 of Voicing with Queen. I got my new co-host, Key.
What up, y'all?
Yes. And we got some more big news coming along as time roll on. So stay educated on Black History Month. Educate your kids, family members, and friends. And we'll see y'all next Thursday.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.